Yeah.
If I lag midway, I'm gonna cry.
How do I know? It's already gone live. That's ridiculous. But that's okay. It doesn't really mean anything. But I'll just like start an intro in like the next like 10 minutes. No, 10 minutes. Lol. That would be a bit bad. Give it like. We'll give it like a minute.
Alright.
Also, word of note, man. I didn't even put a title on it, like, because we don't have a title yet, so it's just gonna be 002 with like a colon and nothing. Doesn't actually matter.
What about chaining?
We'll call it chaining. We'll have to like somehow kind of tie that in at the end. We'll see what we can do. This is kind of a chain.
Right.
This is kind of a chain to the first two, which is the first podcast, though. If you want to metaphorically like kind of compare the two, but that's interesting.
So, do you know what we're gonna be talking about?
Absolutely no idea, bro. That's
Fuck!
Hey, it's okay. It's alright, man. That's the whole point. It's all
That's how these podcasts goes.
anticipation and improvisation, my guy. That's what the plan is. Let me just make sure the music's a bit lower. Music is at 1%, so I think that's as good as it's gonna get.
Ooh, we should talk about the new nerfs, like the balance changes.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll get into it. I'll basically start things out anyway. I'll do an intro, man, because we're kind of live, but like it's alright.
Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, what is poppin'? It's your main man Typho, back with another podcast. I suppose we're a week late. That's just due to life. People be busy, so apologies for that. Hope you're all having a good one today. I'm joined by your main man Chalant. Or Chalant. I don't know how you can pronounce it Chalant if you're a Sawyer fan. But
Or just call me Eric.
yeah, Eric is his formal name. You all know him as the 7K Werehog. People didn't get that the first time. So there you go. And we don't have Sash today. Sash is a bit busy, but Sash will be with us next week. We have this very special guest, a very synergizing guest. Once considered my son, but turns out he was actually my long lost brother from a different country. Very weird how the world works, you know. But we're joined by SynergyWeavile, or you might know him better as Pony of War. He is one of the OG speed battle gods of this game. So, if you want to introduce yourself, my good sir.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So, Pony is basically one of my best friends. He's also been on this game from the beginning, back in 2017. And one thing I like to do here at the Dead End HQ is get a bunch of OGs together so we can talk about this game, because last time, obviously, it was quite a development on like what kind of ideas that could have come for like balances for like characters like Werehog or characters like Supersonic. And thankfully for us today, we actually have a lot of stuff we can talk about, considering there was an update a couple of weeks ago. And who better to get than one of the finest men on that leaderboard nowadays? You don't see him all that often. He's actually rather well at hiding himself. And we'll talk about how the Typho Al thing is kind of doing a very good job for people nowadays as well, for concealing yourself from the public.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
Weavile was basically one of those people who played characters that no one really played. Like, people didn't really play Silver back in the day. Pony was a Silver main, of course. But he also played Cream, and I'd say he is renowned for being the best Cream main in the entire game. If you don't know already, Cream is like one of those characters that first came out and she kind of like sucked, but then along the way, like, Bunny Boost started to be realized in the potential that it had, and Pony was one of those early adapters, I'd say, and he's been able to achieve some insane trophy counts that the meta hasn't been able to do with Cream, of all things. And he's also the guy that got 6950 with goddamn Percival. Would you want to talk about that, Pony, with your season, man? Like, how did that all feel? Like, especially like, the experience, like, not just the bad but the good as well. Would you like to talk about that, man?
Well, usually, I like in those races, in like all the 6-9, like my whole mind was just blank, and I was just able to just go and just be aggressive, just know what people are doing behind me, because I'm usually paying attention to the arrows.
Yeah, arrows are very.
Or if they're really, yeah, and if they're like really close, I just have to like read what they're gonna go, Like if they want to go to an item box or a dash pad, or if I'll just hit them randomly out of the blue,
Yeah, completely.
just because I catch them with their jump.
Yeah, catch him off guard.
Yeah, so one thing that you will definitely notice about like top players, and the boys here will tell you is the same thing. People pay attention to very similar principles in the game whenever they're playing. Like the arrows on the screen, they used to actually just be names. Years ago, Pony and Eric can tell you all about it. It was a nightmare. You didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like the skill difference was insane back in the day. But yeah, now you have arrows, like, and you can essentially follow where traps are going to go and where projectiles will be as long as you use your ears a little bit. And what Pony's trying to describe here is essentially anticipation, knowing where people are going to go in these areas of the track, which you can call them landmarks, essentially, where you have, like, badniks, dash pads, triple dash pads, rails, conveyor belts, things like that. They're going to be things that people are going to be using very often. And, well, if you're using a character like Sir Percival, you have lava bombs, and you could take advantage of all these choke spots and essentially destroy people. It's pretty good. But so
can I add something real quick?
Oh, of course, my guy. What do you want to say?
Yeah, so regarding the arrows, I mean, sometimes arrows just don't appear. That's been an issue for a while now.
Yeah, that's because of desync, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, man. That's absolutely insane. Like, desync problems in Speed Battle have been common for, Jesus, I'd say since the beginning of the game's conception. But, like, it's definitely...
Yeah, it just gets worse.
Yeah, it gets worse, like, depending on... Like, I hate when arrows disappear, man. Like, that's one of the most annoying things. And they reappear whenever someone uses an item. Bit of a balls,
Yep.
man. But, yeah, man, it's just such a shame that people don't pay attention to these little things because they're very, very important. But a question I want to ask you, Pony, is... Like, would you be able to tell me about, like, your experience and struggles with, like, the terrors and the toxins of Speed Battle whenever you're on your way to 7K? Because you're one of those players who was well deserving of it. You've worked for years on your craft, and you've learned just how to be a top player overall, and you deserve to get it. How did you feel, like, having, like, all your courage and all your bravery taken from you by, like, cheats and, like, the whole toxicity of the back underground of the community?
Honestly, it felt really demotivating. Like you have like people like Sonic Style. Yeah, you got people like Sonic Style and his buddy who literally gatekept me from that time.
Yeah,
getting 7K.
That was ridiculous. If you don't know, this was the season where Shogun essentially got banned for exploiting. Like, he was going out on a rampage, I'd say. Like, he was exploiting against everybody, even Sawyer, even Garbage, even me. Top players, man, just cheating straight up, didn't give a shit. Like, sadly, Pony is one of those players that had to experience that and the trophy boosting scandal that's been ongoing for the last 2 years. And, well, I can assure you one day, man, he will get that 7K, but, like, that's just something that I want to, like, ask about, because obviously people don't quite get this stuff whenever they're playing races, man. They're completely oblivious to what's going on, and then these people start to believe that they're actually unable to achieve the accomplishments that they desire. Sorry, man, I got a bit tongue twisted there trying to read something on the laptop.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, man, I just thought that, like, bringing up the whole grind of Speed Battle, because we all undergo it, everyone does it, man. Even the casuals be sitting playing for hours, man. But, like, what keeps you on this game, man? Like, what's kept you on this game for so long?
It's most likely just been, like, friends and whatnot. It's just added party match.
Party match.
And also, like...
We've waited for that, man.
Also...
Agreed.
I want to hit 7K at least once, and then once I get it, I won't be on this game as much as I would want to be.
Yeah. A lot of people will stay for, like, man, people will come back and stuff for, like, say, characters, or, like, I haven't played in a few years and Infinite's here, and I always wanted to see Infinite, or yeah. I loved the night stages in Sonic Unleashed, god damn. Thank God I have Werehog at Speed Battle. Am I right?
Yeah.
Man, back in the day, when you see, like, new characters coming into, like, this game, it was kind of hype.
Yeah.
But, like, when you see their kit, it's like you see how really, like, either busted or lackluster it is. It's like no in between.
Well said.
That's literally it. Like, they don't make anything balanced anymore. Like, Percival was rather balanced, I will give her that. Lancelot was balanced too, and then they buffed him some more. So
But then they just bumped
They
his
just
boots
came
for
busted.
no reason.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for mentioning that because it helps us like kind of smoothly move on to something I want to get to now, which was something that you brought up there earlier on, Eric, was the update, which gave us a heap of changes to the game. And I'm gonna have to open up Speed Battle because I give so little shits about it right now that I don't remember them. So if you want to give the first few, Mr. Werehog main, please do go ahead.
Oh, by all means. So on March 8th of 2022, Noli came out with an announcement.
Who's Noli
She
again?
said, hey, Noli is the community manager for Sega Hardlight.
Sorry, I'm living under a rock, so I didn't know. Thanks.
Of course.
Yeah.
So she said, hi, everyone. While you're waiting for server maintenance to end, here are the patch notes for 4.2.0. And apparently there was like a survey, and this was based on the community feedback. So Supersonic got a huge nerf in terms of his fireball duration when it comes to the range, because you guys know that Supersonics were problematic prior to the nerf, you know? Because holy crap, the amount of fireballs, Jesus, made me scared for my life every time I was front running. But anyway, so for super form, they also reduced the speed. I can't see that. Maybe that's just me though. So they increased rank
for the super form or the fireballs. They slowed down fireball.
They slowed down the supersonic form.
Oh yeah, I think I've definitely noticed that for sure. That's another thing. So Garbage obviously was very accurate with his fireball prediction. Congratulations to Garbage, you're a sidekick, my guy. But what did you think of the whole ring increase for the boost? I honestly subconsciously had that in my head, thinking, right, if I wanted to like fuck over all the supersonic investors, how do I get rid of them? Ah, yes, put up the ring requirement to something above the Let's Be Frugal mission. Hell yeah, because that's very clever. But what do you boys think?
I mean, for me, Weavile, you want to take it away?
Well, if they want to like put it up to 100, I would not blame them.
I mean,
yeah, neither would I.
I mean, if you don't know, Pony made a great suggestion in one of my YouTube comments sections like long ago, which was like where you had Super just be an actual form itself, and like you're basically he'd have a boost like Sneakers, or he'd be something quicker, and basically his rings would deplete naturally, like kind of like how Supersonic would in a regular game. But of course, that's too much effort for Sega Hardlight, man. That's way too many lines of code. Nah, hell nah. But Eric, what do you think? You didn't get to give your take. What do you think?
I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Actually, I'm mixed feelings, really. Because there's a part of me that really adores, like, this nerf. But there's another part of me that just sort of doesn't like the approach Hardlight took. Because, you know, low Supersonics are going to suffer even more, you know?
Yeah, big time.
But at the end of the day...
Guess you gotta spend money.
Yeah.
But like,
man.
That's the thing is though, is the win con still exists, which is if Supersonic doesn't get hit, he can still win the race. And this is definitely significant whenever other players are being peasants. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Yep.
Or they just choose to kill each other and let the Supersonic just front run.
Yeah. Well, I've definitely seen a lot less success with a lot less
Supersonic?
Yeah, with Supersonic, man. But we can definitely talk about Supersonic's like alter alias, if you know who that is. Mr. Infinite, man. Infinite, the man himself. What do you
Infinite.
What do you think of him?
I mean, he did get nerfed recently. Do you mind if I read the patch notes?
Well, let's refer to the community manager Noli for the patch notes. Shout out Noli.
Yeah. So apparently they reduced Phantom Dash's duration and the speed for Phantom Dash as well. What do you think of that, Typho?
As a Infinite player, connoisseur, critic, the Infinite god, basically, I can definitely assure you, man, that the boost got nerfed. it got nerfed hard. I'm pretty sure that like you've seen like all the Infinite mains nowadays. It's gotten absolutely rampant. Like it's uncontrollable now. But Phantom Dash is nowhere near as reliable as it used to be. You can still obviously lose, as you remember the party matches we had last night. It goes to show, man, that boost got fucked. Like that's the only kind way I can put it. Then obviously they've like reduced the whole. Like I don't think it costs less rings or it costs more rings. It still costs the same amount of rings, but then they did something like with the duration of like all the items. I can't remember what they did. Would you like say the notes again?
So for the notes, there's actually nothing regarding the items.
No.
Wait, I think I can scroll up real quick. Hold on.
Wait, they didn't even do the nerf the items either. Oh my bad. That's funny. So,
Nope. They just did the Phantom Dash. That was the only thing that was really touched.
well, that was enough because now everyone's using reality warp like maniacs, and we're gonna have to get into details on what we can do about Infinite. We'll get into that later on for sure. But Phantom Dash is definitely still a very strong boost. It's insanely good, but at least now it's not as overpowered and able to carry as many terrible players as it used to. So we do have that at least. Who else? Was it Werehog?
Yeah.
Is that Werehog now? I know would you like to refer to that now? Or...
Yep, there's Werehog in the notes. So they actually did quite a bit to him, really. They reduced his speed boost from the Dark Blast trail. They reduced the chance to pick up ×2 Dark Blasts, and they completely removed the chance to pick up 3 Dark Blasts, and they also reduced the Feral Dash nerf, which is his boost.
Yeah, the boost doesn't do as much damage as it used to. It's still pretty insane, though. Like, I will definitely say, like, critical hits are still extremely common. Like, Pony here is a magnet for critical hits, bro. Pony, what do you think of crits?
Yeah.
Well, don't give me something else, man. Anytime I get hit by like one singular electric attack, it just ruins the whole flow of like where you're at in the game. Literally, if it once GG, that starts getting last or some shit.
It's like as if your car was in 6th gear, you hit a spike strip and your car went to reverse. That's honestly what a critical hit feels like. I swear to God.
Yeah.
But,
That is a very nice analogy.
That's what I feel, man. Honestly, but the Dark Blast nerf then. Still fucking overpowered, especially at level 12, but like the level 8s and level 9s, they are a bit more tolerable now.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think of that overall, like Werehog as a whole right now? He's still being heavily used, so what's your thoughts and consensus? I'll let Pony start with this.
Just wish his boost didn't have like an AoE like every other character.
Definitely, I think that would like, possibly put a big dent in his efficiency. Like, that's one of the main core game mechanics that he's abusing, and it's like his main win condition essentially, which is AoE everyone.
There's been a lot of people abusing that.
Yeah, Eric, what do you think? Like, obviously, do you think you're going to be reverting back to him anyway later on in the season, or what are your thoughts on him right now?
I mean, really depends on the players in the leaderboard. If there's a person I don't like and they're fucking trophy boosting to 7K, I'm gonna just go all out with Werehog like I normally do. But that aside, though, I feel like Werehog is still pretty stupid as a character.
Yep.
I like his concept, like where you shoot a funny dark ball and you go fast. It's just it shouldn't be a thing in general. And I still can't fathom why Hardlight decided that this was a good idea.
Like, I do like the whole idea because they were kind of implementing this whole boost and first kind of ideology. Like, that's where Ghost was calling it. But, like, Tangle was doing it with Tail Strikes. Then you got Percival with Levantine Lunge. You technically had Longclaw, which was not exactly boosting first, but, like, she had a mechanic where an item would give her a boost. Dark Blast decided to say a massive F you to all these items and was all like, yeah, look at me, I'm a friggin' Basherson that makes you go fast, suck my ass. And I understand why they did that. Like, I like the way he's 6 speed now because it kind of makes sense now, like, for Dark Blast to be what it is. But as I've already said before, I think it should be used more offensively rather than I want to go vroom vroom. Fucking shit. I think that's a bit stupid. I think they could even possibly get rid of doubles and triples on it in general. I think that might make things very interesting. Or better yet, put a timer on it. Like, put one of those, like, say, for example, man, like with a linebacker Omega or Tornado or Star Trail, you know how they have that red arrow? They should do that with Dark Blast, man. Where if you shoot a Dark Blast, there's a timer on it, and like then you can only get the speed buff during that time, then it despawns. That would be pretty cool. It's a bit detailed, but I highly doubt they'll ever do that. but I think that'll be a cool nerf of a kind. Because we're gonna have to talk about infinite nerfs now as well, so we'll get into details on that in a second. But what do you think of that kind of? If you have any ideas for what could be done to Werehog right now?
Not so far.
I mean, for me,
yeah. What are you thinking?
I mean, for me, what I would do, I would just make his Dark Blast. I would increase the projectile speed for it, whilst also just completely remove the speed boost you get from him in general. Because I like the concept, but it would just be broken.
I think that's a bit of a cruel decision, no? Or I think that's still a little bit cruel, but like, it's too good. It is way too good, and when someone that has sense, it's way too overpowered.
Exactly, because you cannot, like, nowadays you can't stop a Werehog who's aware. If they know what they're doing, they're going to win every match. Yep. I mean, look at what I did. I had to win 30 plus matches to get 7K. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and that's essentially 30 wins in a row as well, people. It's actual hell at the top. You just don't want to know. Yeah, it's such a balls. But I'm going to talk about Infinite now, because Infinite has become such a goddamn plague in speed battle. I feel sorry now for using them, and I'm doing my best not to. But when push comes to shove, I don't have a choice. I'd love to become a hypocritical Werehog main. I'd love to do it, but I don't have a high enough level. But what do you think of all these goddamn infinites right now? Like, Jesus Christ almighty. Like, I don't understand why they feel the need to use Reality Warp in 4th place whenever it's probably not going to hit anybody except the person in 3rd. Are you fucking well? Like, what do you think of all like the behavior of most infinite mains?
When I think of infinite mains, I think of them as Dragon Ball fans, because they don't read, they don't understand, like, where they're at all the time.
What an analogy. But I agree 100%.
Hey, I am a Dragon Ball fan, so I get to talk about this.
Yeah, like, look, I've taken the piss with Infinite, like, abused the fuck out of him, but, like, in my defense, similar to how people play Werehog, I've been waiting years for Infinite to come to the game. If he sucked, I probably would have still used him. But like I've said, if push comes to goddamn shove, if there's people taking the piss abusing Infinite on me, it didn't cost that much to fucking max him anyway, so I'm just gonna sit here and shit on them. That's how I feel about it. Like, it's double standard, surely, but like the main point is, are you gonna sit there and tolerate it? It's kind of like with fucking hacking and exploiting. If you're gonna sit there and lose to a hacker, that's your problem. Like, but Infinite's definitely, like, the people that use him nowadays though, it's a lot different to how someone like me would use him. But because people are using their boost in freaking 4th place, and they're like miles away from 1st, and then they catch up and they have like 40 rings left, and they're shitting out replicas and fucking reality warps, and they're traveling so slow, and it's just wrecking the race for everybody else. It's like a crazy heavy saboteur play now. Like, that's not how I would intend him to be played. I'd rather someone frontline with them and cleverly be able to time replicas whenever people are packed up together. But you aren't able to get these ideal situations in the game because everybody's just so stupid. But
Yup.
What do you guys think of this whole spike shit, man? Like, they've obviously reduced the durations and stuff there a couple updates back. What did you think of that update?
I mean, it's a step in the right direction, I suppose. I still think the entire like concept is still pretty fucking stupid though, because
it's pretty like dumb.
Yeah, with the infinite debuff, it just turns items and dash pads into spikes, and if you accidentally hit it, I believe it does similar damage to E-Mine.
Yeah.
Or something of that nature.
It's fucking it's pain. It's extreme pain.
Yeah, like, suppose you were on Sandy Hills with triple infinites and you get reality warped as soon as you're about to go on the triple dash pads. You essentially literally just lost the game because of something so stupid, in my opinion, And on top of that, reality warp has like such a janky hitbox. It's so wacky. I don't understand it.
Oh, it's extremely janky to the point where if you shield it, it can still hit you. If you move, if you move lane again, you're boned. Like, it's crazy.
Yup, it hits multiple times, and it can even backshot you if you're unfortunate enough to get hit by one. It's not fun. I don't have fun playing with 3 infinites or just infinite in general.
The character itself.
What do you say, Pony?
The character itself is not fun just because of his kit.
Yeah, I mean, I
wouldn't mind.
Oh, sorry, go on.
My bad. I would mind if the item boxes were just spikes and the dash pads was just still dash pads.
Yeah, for real, man. Because it's so fucking hateful. Because like if you get hit 3/4 into a race where there's a heap of dash pads, the race is essentially over for you. You're guaranteed like 4th place or something. It's fairly brutal. Like,
Yup. And given the layout of like, you want to say something, Typho?
I'm just expressing my guilt for using Infinite in the first place, man. I don't feel proud. I'm not exactly proud of it, like. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's okay. But like, we may as well get to the main point anyway, man. Which is like, how would you go about nerfing him today? Like, how do we fix this? And stop this maniacal bullshit here. Like, how do you get rid of it?
That's a very good question. I actually didn't put that much thought into it, really. Because Infinite as a whole, like, I get that Hardlight wanted to make him stand out because he's essentially just like, you know, they introduced a new tier, Challenger. And with this whole event and all that, like, you know, I don't know. I don't really know how you nerf Infinite, to be honest. I mean, a start could probably be doing something to Reality Warp, maybe fixing the hitbox, essentially. I don't know too much about this stuff, but I would see what's up with the debuff that you get and see how they can make it somewhat more tolerable, in my opinion.
They're probably going to have to cut like another half a second off it for sure. That'll probably be a good start. They could possibly remove Stumble off Replica and off Reality Warp, but we'll see.
And Reality Warp, yeah.
I don't know for sure if they do that, but like, I feel like that something like that is going to be completely necessary because it's a mechanic that's completely destroying the game right now. And with Werehog roaming around as well, Werehogs get the most free wins of their life. It's like they're pretty like Scissors versus friggin' Brock. Like, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like, so
it's circumstantial. It really depends.
Yeah, for sure, man. One thing I'm gonna bring up now as well is like speculation on my end. Like, I've always said this, but I feel like Reaper's gonna get a nerf next season because of the too many bitches. And no, not the Megamind meme pony, but
no bitches?
No bitches?
Bitches? But no. What do you think of Reaper like right now, man? Reaper's been considered top 10 by a few top players. What do you think of that?
No.
I think he's pretty solid for what he is right now.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to be changed.
Yeah. He's been getting a lot of begging for. I mean, I don't know if anyone specified any nerfs in particular, but they've nerfed Harvest Time to the ground. If they touch Tombs again, then it's gonna probably be the end of the Reaper reign, man. But I don't want that reign to ever friggin' end, man. It's annoying, like, because especially whenever like, you've used the character for so long and he's been fine. Why are people suddenly taking this notion that he's overpowered? Because it doesn't make any sense, in my opinion.
There's like only like a few Reaper mains that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think they just look at them and say, wait, this guy's he's like OP.
Yeah, but I don't know. The thing about Reaper is you need, like, if you're good with them, that only proves that you're just good at the game. Because, Typho, you were talking about this last night, but Reaper is essentially like, I don't know, he's like modern in a sense, because if you're good with him, that just proves you're good at the game, you know?
Yeah, he's basically like a good accurate reflection of can you kick ass or not. Because a lot of people can't kick ass at Reaper. Even if they had 16, I don't think a lot of people could. But I just think it'd be a bit of a shame if they were to give him a nerf. I just know they are going to do it. I see it coming down the pipeline. It's very, very likely to happen. What do you think about? Do you have any feelings like that about any characters at all, or do you have any feelings about what might be coming to Speed Battle in the next few months or weeks, if there is to be anything at all?
Honestly, for right now, they should just focus on balance changes. They shouldn't introduce any more characters for the time being. But maybe that's just
that's what I always said to myself. But they don't do that. Instead of take the soul into a new character and money.
Like what I feel like they should do is they should just keep pushing out balance changes. But as like to compensate for it, they should provide us with rapid recaps until they get the game situated. But maybe that's just my opinion.
That is the best option that they can do, because they have so many characters and there's a lot to be like maxed out, and people will try to get the cards for them.
Yeah, they're essentially generating probably even more revenue than they probably were with fucking pushing out balanced characters or something like Nutcracker, fucking Silver, or whatever. You know, Linebacker Omega. I feel like it'd just be a better option, not only for us but for them as well.
Yeah, they can do sales on too for those recaps. So it's balance out, and they'll just focus on making these characters like balanced.
Yeah,
for real, like
because like it's kind of like if you were to take a seesaw, like one side has like 48 cans of beer, and then the other side has like a friggin' chicken on it, and that chicken's been shot up into the sky at least 10 times from every box of beers they've been throwing on the other side of the seesaw. But
yeah,
I swear, I really swear to God, like the game does need a serious look at right now. Like with the hackers roaming free and shit like that, like man, I don't give a fuck about any hacker. If you want to come at me, like I'm gonna wreck you. Like I'd love to invite them all to party mode, man, and show them what they're missing out on, if you know what I mean. Catch my drift.
yeah.
Still waiting for an entity, by the way.
I think that's gonna be something I want to talk about right now, man, because like as you know, I had to take down a video there a couple days ago because I kind of made a few jokes here and there, but there was players that are player level 15 that have been using hacks on alternate accounts and thinking that there's some big dick hard alpha male. Like these people, man. Like what do you have any like things that you just want to say to these people? Because just in case any of them are like, you know, present or they ever come across this podcast in the future, would you have any messages for them?
Weavile, do you want to go first?
For what I would say to them, I would really just be disappointed in the decision that they made and the account that they will probably lose in the future just because they're cheating.
Yeah, I mean, they'll do really well in the real world, I'm sure. And I'm sure they are doing really well in the real world. That's why you're away hacking at speed battle, because you've so much to do with your life.
Yeah, that's for sure. Jesus.
Or, you know, troll in a live stream comment section, shit like that. But people have time for that. Very good for them. But, like, in my opinion, man, like, people that hack, like, after they're so bitter from losing, like, you need to actually sit there and look at yourself and think, is this what you do in a situation where you didn't get a job? Like, say now you got beaten in a job interview, what are you going to do? Fucking lie on your resume from now on? Like, what are you, like, is that going to get you anywhere? Fucking no. But, like, of course, these people don't quite get that principle of life, that losing is a part of life, and so is winning. But, like, that's all I can say, man, about, like, these guys, like, they're so goddamn miserable. I wonder, like, do they hate themselves that bad? Or is their lives just that shit? Like, hacking in this game has been around now since, like, goddamn 2018. It's from back in Game Guardian days. Now there's some motherfucker over in Italy getting paid thousands to make a hacked APK when it takes less than 24 hours because of Hardlight's very poor programming. I don't get it. Like, it's just...
Right.
It's a waste of everyone's time. Like, the update comes out, everyone's like, oh, woo, fucking hackers are gone. 24 hours later, they're back. And Mr. Nick2143 is fucking loving his PayPal account right now. And all these people downloading this APK, getting viruses on their phones and getting phished and getting bullshitted. Like you're a complete idiot if you actually think that this hack is not doing something to your phone or it's not recording any data off your phone. Like, dude, hacks are bad. Like if you crack something on a computer, it could likely have Trojanware or malware on it. Like, do you think hacked APKs are any different? They're exactly the goddamn fucking same when it comes to that shit. So... it's just a bit... they're
risking so much.
I don't think they're aware of that themselves. They're just like, yeah, fucking Heavy Shark or whatever bullcrap. I'm going to start hacking too. Grr. Oh, no, Typhoon is fucking alt.
And they did all that.
Suck my ass, Typho alt. Yeah, fucking... how is Typho playing on all these accounts at once? Oh, Jesus God. My life. Like, people...
they did all of that.
People got no chill, man.
That's for sure.
Away hacking because they're so bitter. That's alright. I mean, everyone can be a pepper every now and then. But that's going to lead me to something else now, man. The whole Typho alt thing. Would you like to give your take on this right now, Eric? And your experience being a Typho alt, or like why we're kind of doing this? What do you want to say?
I mean, it's definitely hilarious. And like, as we're talking, it's still going on right now.
Yes,
you know,
I'm making more accounts and more accounts by the minute, guys. I'm gonna just keep climbing.
Just seeing everyone in Hardlight just lose their shit because of the whole Typho alts. People can't tell who's who. We're essentially just playing with everyone's heads, you know?
Yeah.
It's essentially just a mind game.
Yeah.
This is the biggest mind game ever played in Speed Battle. I think it's a successor to Mat, essentially, like where we're all merging into one. We're all going to become a Typho Welt, and people are going to forget who's who, and it's going to completely wreck people's heads, and they're going to get super paranoid. And it's going to be hilarious because it's working already. I've seen a lot of people that wasn't there some dude in the Hardlight server that was like, oh, Typho Elves need to touch grass or some bullshit. Like, of course.
Yeah, Typho Elves, like, they needed
Yo.
How many
that
of
was
them,
the funniest thing ever.
How many of them beat you to make you want to say that? Like, goddamn, are you actually that sad? Get
Like,
over yourself. Like,
I know who this person is, but I won't call him out. But all I gotta say is, if you're watching this, why?
I mean, I hope
Why?
I hope they come across this thing in the future, man. I hope some YouTube recommender brings it up. But like, it's just hilarious, man. People think that, like, oh yeah, fucking, oh yeah, this person's that person. Like, oh, level 16 this character, or oh, they're on this part of the prestige board. Like, yeah, whatever. But like, what happens to season reset, man? What are you gonna do after that? Whenever everyone's randomized, what if we all change numbers? It's gonna be a mystery, and it's the beauty of
Yup.
But like, the main thing for this is people need to go and F themselves. They see a name on the leaderboard and they're going to start hunting that person because they lost to them that many times. Like, ooh, oh, you use it for the, I'm going to fucking email you to 4th place all the time because I can't fucking win the race. So, like, you can't win the race either. Suck my ass. Like, that's fine.
Yup.
Like, hey, it's your win rate going down, not mine. I'm still winning, like. So, it's up to you, man.
Yo, I be winning things, and if people are gonna be hunting me, well, you honestly lost because I'm using the most kick in the game.
Yeah, because think about it this way now, right? If you're gonna sit there and hunt the Typho Welt, you're gonna get hunted by all the Typho Welts. We're all gonna come for you.
Yup.
Like, it's like we're like an angry mob,
Yeah.
now. And we're gonna fight back. We're gonna get all you stupid hunters back. This is our vengeance. All you trophy boosters,
Yup.
it's over. Typho Welt era is here. And if you want to try and become a Typho Welt, we'll know which ones are not one of us. One of us.
Yup.
One of us.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was getting a bit bugged out there. But like, what do you think of like the whole alt? Like, even in reality, man, alts in general. Like, at this point, I think nearly everyone's using an alt for some given reason, whether it's to make a video or to challenge themselves or to like troll or to trophy boost people. Apparently, there's people that do that. But what do you like? What is your opinion on it being against terms of service and the fact that Hardlight never enforce it really and truly?
I mean, if they didn't enforce it, why is it even in the terms of service?
Good question. Good question.
Yeah. My point exactly.
Because like,
Because at that point, you might as well just take it off.
I remember, man, there was some dude, like, his name was like Blue Star or some shit. When I was going for 7.1, I was at like 7,052, and this motherfucker decides to get on a new account and call it Typho Sucks and start speed modding with Modern Sonic. Like, for one, Hardlight should be banning that fucking phone that he's using. Like, that phone should be just not allowed to connect to the servers of the game. Like,
Yeah,
so,
IP ban.
Yeah.
it's so stupid.
IP ban.
Like, Shogun got banned, and he's back on the game again. Like, how does that make any sense?
I don't understand.
Like, I remember Webkins, he speedran, changed his name a heap of times, and got banned. By the way, that is hilarious that Hardlight got offended by a heap of name changes from someone. Like, this dude was literally feeding you money for red rings, and you banned him from your game. Like, they're probably sitting there thinking, he's gonna spend money anyway and reinvest and get back to what he was. No, he's quit the game now, so now he's lost a source of income. But of course,
He basically won at the end.
but here,
Yeah.
Mr. Fox is on the leaderboard, and Abby and this Chem person, like, oh yeah, they're here, man. Their money's just as good, of course, but they're not giving as much money as Webkins, so I can assure you that. Like, Hardlight need to realize, man, that they're aiming their demographic, like, scope at the wrong fucking group. Like, they should be aiming it a bit higher at, like, the people that actually are investing in the game, because, like, it's the people that want to do well at the game that are investing money, not the stupid people that, like, oh wow, I always wanted to see Silver in a Nutcracker costume. God damn, Merry Christmas, everyone. Like, I mean, I can't wait to use this character.
I still can't believe.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
I still can't believe, like, after the Infinite, they just Nutcracker Silver was just.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Just,
we had Super.
He's just Silver, but with
Just came into the
Jet
picture.
Ball.
man, this projectile is stupid. Like, and the noise it makes too, man. Like, it's just like
Yeah.
it just sits there. It's super fast though. By the way, it's extremely fast. Like,
it's a very intimidating.
Yeah, but it takes a long time before it actually takes off.
yeah, for sure, man. I mean, the wait is well worth it, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
did you ever see that? Did you ever see that video? Friggin', was it Rafa Matt that did it, man? He was on like mining mayhem with Nutcracker Silver, and he shot like, I think it was like 7 or 8 of those goddamn psychic ball things. Like, it was fucking hilarious.
Yep,
Man.
that was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Great.
It was nice to see an STV player with like good internet connection though. That was refreshing for sure, man. What do you think of their new and evolved 21 clan, man? Right now, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's very interesting, really.
Wow, what a
because
number.
prior to the 21 actually coming to fruition, it was the 9-2.
Absolutely, man. I agree with that. I'd say
Yes.
It was all according to plan.
all according to the plan, indeed. But like, they're all STV players, so like, is this an evolved STV clan, or is this just the group of them that don't want to be part of STV? Is it the rebellion, or what? Like, what? How do you see it?
I feel like it's just the more prominent STV members. Actually, prominent is the wrong word. The more infamous STV players.
Yeah, well, STV still have their infamous players like friggin' Kaiser, Yakidama, Alexander, and Tiberius and shit. But I think Tiberius changed his name again to some BFT bullshit. What the hell is the BFT?
BFT Tiberius with 2 crosses. It looks so retarded. I'm sorry.
Sounds like a fucking.
Oh my god.
Sounds like a really, really bad Italian subway. But here, that's just what I think, man. Like bacon, feet, and tomato. Okay, sure. If you're into feet, whatever. But yeah, no, I just found that whole the whole 21 thing. I found it rather amusing because like, you may as well just go back to STV. Like, I mean, if you want to do something different, I respect that a lot. But I have a feeling that you're going to be just doing the same shit as STV, which is cheating for trophies. And what's the whole point of that?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Jeez.
what's the point in playing anymore, boys? Whenever we're just gonna get wrecked by friggin', well, not so much Eric, but like Werehogs and fucking Infinites are just gonna come out of the ass, and people will start hacking on the last day of the season just to get back at you for that one time you called them trash or some shit. I don't know, man. People have emotional problems. And that's another question, man. Like, do you feel this game is being used as a big, massive way of, like, expressing your inner rage, man? Like, people have some kind of frustrations in life, and they go on speed battle, man, and, like say, for example, someone like Blessed Devil, man. Blessed Devil.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god.
God.
Dude, I remember him teabagging me so many times in game.
Man, that man,
Bro.
he is
What did I
vicious
do? Like,
IRL. Like,
hello?
yeah, like, what on earth is, like, what's his deal, man? Like,
I'm sorry, what did to you?
like this broski be friggin' trying to e-boost you whenever e-boost does, like, nothing, man. He's a bit of a crazy guy, like.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Blood Double, really, I don't know, because I told him I gave him a philosophy, and I just told him straight up to his face in the hard light server, but I'll repeat it right here. So I told him, an eye for an eye, and the whole world goes blind.
Friggin'.
If you hunt someone, you're gonna get hunted as a result. Blessed Devil says he only does that because other people were doing it to him.
Yeah,
That's not how you solve your problems.
That's not how you solve the problem, man. Sorry,
Like,
dude.
Blessed Devil's probably a really calm dude.
No,
I should I don't know.
Is he fuck? No way. That man's not calm, bro.
He's not.
He's just there, like, is he not like sitting there putting like
Nah.
flipping the bird reactions and shit onto like people's screenshots and crap in the highlights server? And, like,
Oh boy.
like he puts a heap of emote reactions on people's stuff, man. Like, he is a pissed off man.
Oh yeah, he reacts like when I sent screenshots of myself winning with level 12 Reaper. I vividly recall he was the only person who reacted with the poop emoji. That's it. Oh my god.
Very, very mature. Fuck yeah.
There's just no way.
Yeah.
But all I gotta say, Blessed Up, if you're watching this, why do you do the things you do? I want to have a grown up conversation with you, a mature conversation.
Yeah, I would like to talk to him too. Like,
hey man,
we could
maybe
be just
some week we can have Blessed Devil come on and explain himself, and maybe he can justify what he does. But I don't know if he's ever going to be up for that, man. But I'll hit him up if you want. I mean, it'd be fucking funny, like. I swear to God.
Yeah. Definitely be a new experience.
I love to hear his excuse. Would he just sit there and bombastically insult you, or would he actually sit there and be like, right, boys, this game's annoying, or would he just be like, nah, fuck yous? Like, is he hate the player mentality, or is he hate the devs mentality? I think he's hate the players, man, for the most part. So, that's
because usually.
That's just something, man. He's not the only person that plays like that as well. There's so many people that play like that, especially from the main card. But like, I don't want to like sit here and name and shame, man. That's not what we do here at the Dead End Podcast. We sit and name and shame hard, like that's our job. But
yup.
Coming up,
it's crazy too.
Sorry, what you saying?
So I was gonna say it's crazy too because the devs fucking suck at their own game. That really says a lot.
Yeah, I raced.
They have.
Oh no! Didn't one of them have an infinite and they got last or something?
Mate, one of them was using infinite.
Really?
Yeah, it was like level. I think it was level 14 or whatever.
Oh my god, man! Where did you?
And
see
they
this?
got last.
It was in the server.
Oh damn! I need to find that. I raced.
God!
I think it was like last week or something on there.
Well, I need to find that. That'll be hilarious because I raced Hardlight Box Fort or something like that there using Amy, and it was hilarious. I just sat hitting walls and spamming them. It's just I'm sure I'm gonna say can. Hey, look, bro. Look, bro. It's your ice mine, bro. Your fireball. You made this item, bro. Let's go. Like, it's gonna be.
And then he just gets last.
Oh my god!
Nothing better than giving the devs a taste of like what people could really do on their own game, because like they need to play it more. They need to realize that what's wrong with it. Because if they played it more, they would 100% fix it. Like I don't think they played enough, personally. Definitely not. And this whole
because
that's bullshit. It's just a simple illusion to make you believe. Oh yeah, we love our game. We actually no guys, we played this a lot. That's why we came up with Audio Assault, bro. We just wanted to add something that spices up the game. We want to give everyone a chance. I'm so sick of seeing Eric Unleashed at number 1 on the leaderboard, so we're going to add Infinite. I'm so sick of Sawyer Forces being number 1 Prestige, so here guys, take Unicorn Cream. Like, this is what they're doing. Like, they're sick of people being at the top with the same names, man. And that's why they're adding all these characters. This is official Hardlight on the record messages from their devs. Like, they're crackheads for that. But guys, we're gonna stop shit talking Hardlight for a second, and I want to ask you a question, something more informative to kind of help everyone who's been willing to stick around for the last hour. And before I do that, I want to like give a few like updates on how we might do this podcast in the future. Because hopefully we can implement like possibly gameplay, like other content. Because I want to cover some other stuff as well. Like we could probably like talk about like YouTube videos and people's uploads, like look at other people's channels and give our own professional and like take on what's going on there and what we think. I think, what do you think of that? That'd be a pretty good idea. And Pony, obviously you'd be more than welcome to come on anytime you want. Doors always open.
Yeah, of course. I'm always down for that.
I'll be down.
Yeah, because obviously we're gonna have plenty of guests in the future. We've been trying to get a specific poltergeist. It's been very difficult. Trust me, he's hard to catch. You can't see ghosts.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think ghosts aren't real. But we do have something very something
that should be a hint for you guys.
Yeah, we have something very recyclable next week. Something that you'll definitely feel the initiative to do the recycling next week. That's all I can say. But I definitely want to like cover like YouTube videos and like say for example Art Phoenix Arcidus. I'd love to sit there and watch his videos, boy, because like, we clap him all the time whenever we ever race him. I'd love to see ourselves just destroying him in a gameplay video. Like we have to find that kind of stuff and like give her, because obviously he's one of the most popular YouTube content creators, and now thankfully Sawyer's kind of surpassing all of them and becoming his own big mainstream thing. And it's also really really cool to see that, because like he's getting paid to play speed battle, man, and that's like the dream.
Yup,
that is the dream.
Lucky guy.
Yeah, so we'll definitely cover some YouTube content. I definitely would love to get, like, I'm going to do this, boys. I'm probably going to make a community post about it. I'd love to get, like, gameplay from people that are watching the podcast and, like, review, like, if they have any sick clips, any sick races, any hacker races, exploiter races, or a really bad loss, like a lull moment. Just, I must make an email for the Dead End podcast. It would probably just be the deadendpodcast@gmail.com if we get lucky enough. But I'd love for you all to, like, send clips if you record your races, show us some stuff, and we could definitely have a segment on here where we like demonstrate and showcase your clips and give you give you the respect and praise that you want, really and truly. So definitely going to be
maybe some tips.
Yeah, tips as well. Tips
as well.
Definitely ask questions, boys and girls that have questions for how to like win more. Because like I'm not afraid to talk about it vocally. I wouldn't be asked making a video about it really and truly. I've always tried to make tip videos, but like it's very very hard to get your point across, especially whenever you're trying to keep it all rather scripted. So it's a bit of a handling. But like we could definitely like talk about the game in detail on this podcast and give you the tips that you longingly want, and hopefully you'll be able to climb just as easily as some of us do sometimes. But moving along with all this stuff, we're gonna come to like what I want to do for the last few minutes, man. Is we're gonna talk the 10 best characters in the game right now in no particular order, and I'm gonna talk. I'd say these two are like bottom 10, man. Would you say bottom 10, like number 10 and 9, is the Band or Metal and Chaos, or where do you think the four of these stand? Yeah, I love the way you just hemmed at the same time, man.
Great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike.
I suppose that's what they say.
So the best 10 characters in the game, huh?
Yeah, well, obviously we're not gonna go into too much detail, like, but I'm saying number 10, 9, 8, and 7 are like along the lines of Metal, Chaos, Punksaz, and DJ Vector. A lot of people put DJ Vector and Punksaz rather high, but I honestly think until we see level 14 more commonly, we won't be able to gauge that for sure. But like I think those guys at the moment are like,
right.
I'd say they're maybe 8 and 7, and then Chaos and Metal are 9 and 10 still. I think they've like. Do you think they've solidified themselves as top 10 characters forever? Do you think?
Yup, 100%.
They do exactly what they say in the ton. Like that's all they do. Like they steal, they wreck, they freeze, they wreck, and they boost away. Like they're great characters, I think. And then obviously the Band, man. Very, very overpowered. It was like the beginning of the power creep. And I'll never forget peak Jelly Spotter Zaz, man. Jelly Spotter Zaz.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Poor Kevin, man. All Kevin wanted to do was, what did he want to catch? Queen Jellyfish, man. Anyways. I'm gonna take it to numbers 7, 6, and 5. Unicorn Cream, Lancelot, and Sir Percival. Where like these guys, man? Where do you think they stand in today's meta? They're still absolutely cracked up. Like,
oh, most definitely. Rainbow Blast is inconsistent, so that's just crazy, really.
Oh yeah,
the fact, I feel like. Unicorn Cream would be number 5?
Possibly.
Or...
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Yeah,
and
probably.
I'd say Lancelot 6 and Percival 7.
Yeah, probably. Lancelot is absolutely insane. He's one of the most underrated, overpowered characters in this game right now, and people need to start realizing that. Pick him up and give him a go. I'm pretty sure Ricky, SFSB is fun. He got like 68, 70 something with Lancelot. Like, that's pretty crappy.
Yep.
And it's a really good character if you're an opportunist and you like to observe and take advantage of everyone else around you, which is a key thing you have to do in the game. But that's another thing that Percival does really well also. Like, Levantine Lunge, man, Lava Bomb. And then, what do you even call that boost, man? Is it Blazing Auras or something?
Blazing Aura, yup.
Man, she is crazy. Like
my favorite. That's my favorite item.
She is good, hey. I think she's really good. Supersonic, is he still a top 10 character?
No, in my opinion,
I don't think.
No,
maybe not. Nah, maybe not. So who, like, in that case, man, who would you replace him with? Who's entering the top 10 now? Who enters the top 10? New challenger.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh.
Reaper is just out the picture. I think Reaper. Well, after his Harvest Time nerf,
man, I think he is up there somewhere. Hey, maybe I wouldn't, maybe not number 4, but like maybe he's number 7 or something. Maybe like bump everyone else up. I do think Reaper is currently top 10, like Garbage did say. I actually kind of agree with it at the moment, but I think it's more so due to the players using him, representing him, that makes him look a bit better. Because obviously, without the comprehension, you aren't able to execute Reaper properly. But you actually think Supersonic's like definitely done out of the top 10 now? Yeah.
Yup, he's just done.
Yeah.
So that leaves. Well, now we're kind of missing. I think we have like 3 characters left. That would leave. Like obviously we have Infinite and Werehog, and then that would leave us at 9 essentially. But I mean, if we're gonna give it we'll give a number 10. I'm just gonna throw a random one in, man. Opening my game. Treasure Hunter Knuckles, bro. Top 10.
Hunter Knuckles.
Treasure Hunter Knuckles is meta. He is rogue meta. Elite Agent moves, rogue meta. She counters the rogue meta. She's goated. But like, I do actually think they're
too good.
They're honorable mentions for sure. They have potential. But the real debate, man, the true debate that has to come to a close today, and I want it settled. Werehog and Infinite. Who is the superior being at the moment? It's a kind of
Werehog.
I think it's one-sided. Werehog.
I think Werehog.
Yeah.
Werehog just undisputed. Dark Blast is too good.
Dark Blast is retarded, and as someone wisely described to me already before, if Thundercloud is being discussed as your weakest link of your character, then that character is fucking insane. Like that's all I can say, man.
Yeah.
No brainer. Like, I swear, like if you're saying, oh yeah, Thundercloud is the weakest aspect of this character, that is.
And the character's broken. It's
clearly broken. Yeah.
The Stormcloud is a very good trap.
Stormcloud is insanely good trap, especially for all these stupid Phantom Dashing Infinities. However, it doesn't always work, and your reaction time has to be spot on. It's a tough meta to get used to. It's put a lot of people off the game, and you guys, I really appreciate people that are able to, not use Infinite, because I get pissed. I get really pissed off. These people need to go fuck themselves, and that's why sometimes I don't have any other choice but to give them a taste of their own medicine. That's kind of the way I would look at it. But in my opinion as well, guys, Werehog is absolutely the most overpowered thing in the game. Has been. A question I'll ask is now. Sash asked it earlier on, if you remember. What would win? Would Werehog win, or would original Jet win?
Oh, that's a good question. Honestly,
that's an interesting matchup.
And to level
pre-nerf Jet.
No, we'll level the playing field. 9-speed Werehog versus original Jet.
Oh my god. I feel like it's fairly situational. It could go either way.
I know, man. That's the thing.
This has to be like the most neutral matchup.
That's the thing. You need to understand, Eric, that Basherson was the ultimate aid STD to be transferred between phones and speed battle. If you were anywhere near that trail, dude, you got wrecked.
Yeah, I experienced it. It was cancer.
Think about it. If you're at the start of a race, man, and think about it. Jet obviously can body block a Werehog. So what happens, man? What happens if you try to Dark Blast and the Jet reacts appropriately with a Basherson? And you know what that means? That means that your Dark Blast is out of bounds. You switch into that lane once, you spin out.
Yup.
So
GG.
Yeah. So like it's a really obviously, man, Feral Dash and Clouds and Dark Blast is probably the 3 best items you can get in the game right now, besides Reality Warp and Phantom Dash. But do you think Jet would win? I think Jet would win, but I kind of just goes to show you,
Jet would win, probably.
But what I'm trying to get at here, man, and like this is me, like one thing I've been doing all night, man, we've been chaining points off points, and I guess this is kind of like just a way to bash on hard, like, because they need to like see that they are dickheads. But like, isn't it fairly sad that something as bad as Jet is concurrently present in the game right now, and has been attempted to have been addressed and has failed miserably, and they're probably going to do nothing else to it again now. Like, they're probably going to leave Werehog as he is now. What do you think? Are they going to fucking do something about it, or what's to expect?
I mean, everyone in Hardlight is still complaining about Werehog, so probably, because the only reason why the balance changes were actually applied was because of a community survey that they posted. They didn't ask the players in the Discord. They had to do a whole separate survey on I think Google worksheet or something. I don't know. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, I'm banned from there.
So it doesn't look like they're really. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're really gonna talk to us anytime soon. That's one thing Hardlight really lack. They lack transparency.
Oh yeah, man, big time. They have no transparency. No.
They need to communicate.
They're so
with like.
That's all I get. Man,
and on top of that, they suck at their own game as well.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
bad at making the game, bad at playing the game, bad at the game. Stop giving me ads after races. I paid to remove them. I said this last time. I still want rid of them. If I buy a purchase in the race, would you just give me plus 12, please? Hardly, please. I beg you. But guys, we're coming up to the hour mark. I think we may as well sign off at this point, man. We're coming to 59:50. So I do want to say, Weavile, thank you very much for coming on to the podcast tonight. Obviously we were going to do this last night, but we errands in life. But I do really appreciate you coming on for the hour, man. You've made this very, very pleasurable, and it was very, very good to hear your take on everything, and obviously getting a few tips off you as well, man. Very good to get some pro tips, especially from an original gangster like yourself. So thank you very much, man.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to have you.
No problem, man.
And you, Eric, good sir, thank you for being Mr. Regular on the panel once again. Hopefully we'll have Sash next week. We would have had Sash, but he's been very busy as of late, so we kind of don't want to disturb him, So
Yeah.
next week we'll see who's at the table, and maybe Weavile might make another return. Who knows? He might do a Shadow Force on us. Who knows? But
Yup.
wait, Weavile.
It could go either way.
Shadow
Make sure you
Force?
boys stay
What do you mean?
tuned.
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening.
All right. I didn't know it's gonna cheat.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It'll either be next week or the week after. We're still debating whether we're going to be bi-weekly or weekly. But please let me know, post viewers, current viewers, what were your takes on everything tonight? Anything you might want addressed now in the coming weeks. We're looking forward to doing more content like this on the Dead End podcast. We're trying to start a movement of a kind almost, where we need to we need to fight back here against Hardlight and show them that, look, our money is our money, and if you want it, you have to work for it. Because they clearly don't think they have to work anymore. But yeah, it's been your boy Typh, and the guys have given us a lovely hour. So I'm very, very happy how things turned out. But we go ahead for now. We got shit to do, trophies to lose, hackers to meet, lonely speed battlers for days. No, we're not lonely speed battlers. I'm only messing. But yeah, hope you all have a good one. It's been the Dead End podcast with the boys. Hope you have a good one.
Yeah,
Keep
take
safe.
care, you guys. Hope to see you next
Y'all
week.
have a good one.
Yeah, peace out.